What up, people of Earth? Anxiety Joe here, day 77. Um, Today's been a really cool day. I had the day off um, and went to the library and got a couple books out. I've been stuck on one. I mean, I came home and like cleaned the apartment, disinfected everything, like vacuumed and did some deep cleaning that needed to be done. And but as soon as I was done that, like I've had my face in this book for like 4 hours, and it's getting to the point where my eyeballs are like, oh, because um, I got lucky. Like when I'm reading, like I get like 5 books out, and I just hope I like one of them, and because if I'm not cool with it in like the first page, then it'll be like torture to try to read it. It's just the way I am with books. Like I either really like it or uh, you're torturing me, making me read. But um, there's I mentioned him before. This guy Duncan Trussell. He's a comedian and a resident hippie, awesome, cool ass dude. And he mentioned a book on the Joe Rogan podcast from this guy named Ram Dass, who he follows. Now Ram Dass is like a spiritual leader, mentor, whatever. And as I mentioned in the clip yesterday, I'm really trying to get back to the basics with that, and because I could feel myself slipping um, back into the body mind. Um, this just I work all the time, and that's all I do, and whatever. And and it's a shitty place to be for me. I can't live in that world. Um, um, I found, like I said before, plenty of times through awareness, through meditation, and through practicing this stuff and reading a lot of this stuff that this is what's helped me get out of my head and get out of my anxiety and my fears and my and what I'm working on now is for the most part is attachments and um, things and being attached to things. And like right now I'm trying to quit cigarettes. I smoked 4 today, and I'm really trying to cut back on that. Tomorrow is going to be a test because it's back to work, and I'm in the truck driving all day, stressful situations, and I'm going to have to keep it to a minimum. And as I'm slowly uh, yesterday was 8 cigarettes, and the day before that was like 12, and the day before that was like a full pack. So I'm slowly trying to wean myself off as I got the patch, went and got the patches, and like I said yesterday, I'm aware of it now. So I'm aware of where I'm not balanced, and it is through meditation and through practicing spirituality and learning about this stuff that I am able to step back and from my own awareness of self, look honestly into myself and say, this is where I'm deficient. I'm deficient here. I'm deficient here. And it's all about truth. It's all about being honest with yourself and really, really, honest, and just saying, like, this is something that I'm not happy with and I want to fix it. And so there's several things about that and I've mentioned it plenty of times before. I've always had a thing about like self hatred in my past. Like I've never loved myself, and so this has been like a focus of mine of what I'm trying to learn here is why, and as I'm learning why, addressing these things, and it's through practicing and meditation and reading and learning about it and facing it every day, and actually, I don't want to say using people, but you use people, and speaking with people and interactions with other people is how you test yourself on a daily basis. And in seeing where you're at in life and how you're reacting. And um, as I was beginning to say, right now it's attachments to things. It's attachment creates suffering, It creates jealousy. It creates anger. It creates all those things. So, um, really trying to, you know, work on that right now, and a few things. But I definitely recommend this book. It's called "Polishing the Mirror" by Ram Dass. Really awesome book. Really awesome book. And what was this? The one thing that I actually this when I read a book like this and I start thinking like, oh my God, he's talking to me. Oh my God, that's me. Oh my God, that's me. That's when I know that like I'm gonna be stuck on it, and I know that um, I'm learning some stuff uh, because when you're truthfully, really 100% honest with yourself, and you can step back and look at where you're poisoning yourself, or you're poisoning with your own mind, or like I said yesterday, or with chemicals or whatever. um, you have to be true and honest with yourself. And I've been poisoning myself through you know from self-hatred to, and that manifests as anger and anxiety, then that gets put on to other people, and and then it goes swirls around again and around and around. So it does come down to how I look at myself is how I look at others. How I treat myself is how I treat others. And so this is the stuff that um, I'm learning. Like he starts speaking about how when you really just forget. A lot of people just get caught up in this hustle and bustle Western society, crazy, go to work all the time and buy things and all. We get caught up in this life, in this world that's been created, and we kind of forget who we are. Like when I was a teenager, I was I remember the feeling that I get now through meditation of just a lighthearted, fun, happy, funny, cool feeling. And I've mentioned this before as well. Like it's like, oh shit, I remember you. I remember you, dude. It's been a long time. It's been like 20 years since I seen you, man. Like where you been? But it's always been here. And what I did was I let the mind take over, and I let the heart and the soul just harden up and just stay quiet. And really, that's what I'm learning. I think deeper than one of the things I'm learning through all this stuff, it's through empathy and compassion and all that stuff is and love. This is how you are able to really come to peace in your own self, and then give it to others. And it's just amazing. This one page, the one page I'm on now, is like he's talking about how you start to remember who you really are. And because he talks about how he had anger issues and depression issues and stuff. And I'm just like, wow. Like, and it's just amazing. Like, this is the type of shit. You could call it a self-help book. You could call it whatever you want. Really, it's about being a spiritual. I don't even know. I don't want to put labels on it. Just being a good person and being good to you first and foremost, so then you can in turn be good to others. But that really means that you got to be real. You got to be real with yourself and say, this is where I'm fucked up. Yes, I'm attaching myself to things too much, which is making me mad and making me jealous. Yes, I am criticizing myself too much, which makes me criticize others and da da da. Like, yes, I am not looking at things through with the right perception, and which is making me act a certain way, or respond in a shitty way, instead of just going, all right, this guy's in a hurry, whatever, let him pass me in traffic or whatever. That's the type of stuff that Um, like I'm learning with this. This has been this little ride I'm on, and I hope this ride lasts for the rest of my life. And it only gets stronger because you really start to look at things in a different way. Um, you really start to look at life through a really different lens, and it's just it's a lot of work. It's a lot of digging, and it's a lot of being silent with yourself and facing stuff that you don't like particularly about yourself. Maybe I don't know if everyone out there, maybe you don't think you have anything like that about yourself. Well, that's cool, that's fine. But for me personally, I know that there's things that need to be addressed, and so I address them. For the first time in my life, I'm addressing them, and it feels so fucking good. But it's hard, and as you're going through it, it might not feel good for a little while, but I'll tell you what, you persist, it really does feel good. So anyway, I just realized, like, oh shit, I haven't even looked at my phone in like 5 hours, or like, you know, I just been stuck on this book, man. So, um, I didn't want to forget to check in. So, I don't know. That's about it today, and I'll be back to work tomorrow. And I get to actually have some homework tomorrow. Ram Dass gave me some homework in this book, and I got to do it. Um, it's basically like it's easy to be nice to people that you already like or you love in your life, but try doing it to people that are just everyday people, or that little time where you could help somebody with the stupidest little thing, but you choose to keep walking by, like open up a door for someone or something like that. Um, it, that's my little homework assignment that I have. That I need to start making sure I'm aware of this stuff. That I'm doing it. You know, that the human condition. The just being a human being is in the time we're in now, um, has conditioned me to be a certain way and live by a certain set of rules. But fuck that. That don't apply. Like, if you come from a place of compassion and empathy and love and peace, then things will be all good. So that's really, like, I'm on the grind for that. You know, I'm not searching for it so hard because I know through a lot of these teachings already that it's just like anything else. It's attachment. The more you reach out for it, the more you grasp it and try to hold on to it, you'll lose it. So it's just more of a feeling, and it's something that comes from here. I don't know. I don't know what else to say about it, but um, it is hard work, but it's very liberating, and it's very fulfilling. And I'm just happy to be on the path, whatever that path may be. So, I don't know. That's it. Day 77. People have a beautiful night, and I'll be checking in tomorrow. Peace.